Welcome to my first and maybe probably only video in English, or till I do the next review. The reason why I'm doing this one in English is because it will be helpful for more people, and yeah, that's it basically. So let's jump into this review of my Honda CBR500R 2017 model. I've driven now 7,000 miles. I did buy a used one, and I think you should buy a used one also, since buying a brand new one is expensive, and as soon as you buy it and drive away, it loses value. So if it's your first bike, get a used one. They are pretty new anyways. So let's go back in time till when I was looking for my first bike. I was looking at the Ninja 300, the Yamaha MT7, the KTM RC 390 I think. And why did I choose this bike? Mainly because of, I also checked a lot of reviews, and I think those reviews applied best for me. So hopefully this review maybe will help you decide. I don't know. And I'm glad I did pick this bike. I don't have any regrets. I think if I had went for the Ninja 300, I would get bored of it pretty quickly. Since I have had this one for almost 1.5 years, and I'm getting a bit tempted to go up to a bigger CC bike. But unfortunately in Sweden we have restrictions which makes it illegal to drive anything more powerful than this bike for me at the moment. So until next year I'm not allowed, and you have to be either 24 or have had the middle class like this bike for at least 2 years, or the license I mean. If I was allowed to buy a higher CC bike, would I still bought this bike? Maybe, probably not. I would, if I was allowed, or if you're allowed to buy a high CC bike, I would definitely try this bike out, but I would check a 600 or 650 instead. And there is like people who says you should start on a lower CC bike, and I agree with that. You should not buy a 1,000 or like 900 in my opinion. As your first bike, you should have I would say like a touring bike, like get techniques in and stuff like that. But the risk of you dying, or like, it doesn't matter if you get hit by a car. It doesn't matter if you're riding a like 125cc bike or 1000cc bike. If you get hit, you get hit. Like, but obviously you shouldn't bite more than you can chew. And what I mean by that is that don't get up to powerful bike which you can't control and get like scared of, if you get my point. I would say, like, if my friend asked me, like, I have never driven a bike, what should I get as my first bike, like what cc would you say, I would say 500, 550, 600, something there. And then when you had it for a while, you can sell it and just buy a new like more powerful bike. And the thing is about, at least in my experience, like, bikes don't lose as much value as cars. By the way, if you have any questions about this bike, or you want to know anything more, write a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Honestly, I don't have anything negative to say about this bike, and I'm not sponsored by Honda, not yet at least. And there are some like discussions we can have about this bike, that maybe like, yeah, they should have made implemented a gear indicator or something like that, but it's like you don't really need a gear indicator. Like, the new one has it, the 2019 model, but I wouldn't get the new one just because of a gear indicator. If it was the same price, yeah, sure, but if it was like 500 more, I wouldn't go. Like 500, like 50 euro more or something like that, I wouldn't have gone for the new one, since like I don't consider it as a deal breaker or anything that you really need, to be honest. So let me talk about all the good stuff about this bike. I saw a review, I think, from two wheels getting chased or something, chasing two wheels or something like that. He did a review on this bike, and he said that the seat was uncomfortable, and I haven't noticed that. I haven't had another bike to compare with, since this is my first bike. I've driven a couple of other bikes, but since I have had this for a longer period, I think my ass has gotten used to the seats, and I don't think it's uncomfortable. And I saw another review which said the brakes were not the best, and I haven't had any troubles with the brakes. I think the brakes works good, but like as a biker, you should keep a distance from the car in front of you. Doesn't matter which bike or how good your brakes are, you should always keep a safe distance. That's something you should keep in mind. And yeah, let's talk about the storage space on this bike. I think it's pretty convenient. It's easy accessible. You just lift up the passenger seat, you fit your disc lock, and you can put another like smaller can inside there if you want to have a drink later. I don't know. Obviously not non-alcoholic. Yeah, and I discovered another nice thing about this bike. There is a like a passenger strap on the seat where they can hold on to, I think, or I don't know. Most of the passengers just hold on to me, but nevertheless, there is a strap where you can connect another helmet and put on the side, which makes it very easy to carry another helmet. I haven't seen it somewhere else. I just discovered it after some struggle. Let's talk about the stock exhaust. You should definitely change it as soon as you can. I wouldn't like spend too much on a slip-on, but get a decent one, but don't go like spending big bucks on a slip-on, since probably after 1 to 2 years you anyway gonna sell it anyways. But get a carbon fiber. I have a Leo Vince, and it sounds amazing. One of my many worries before I bought this bike was how will this bike perform with a passenger on, and let me say that it performs pretty good actually. And yeah, I had a couple of passengers on this bike, and I don't ride or yeah as fast or recklessly as if I'm alone. I don't ride recklessly, but you understand, I don't lean as much in corners and stuff like that, because I try to ride as secure or as safe as I can. So as we say it in Swedish, summan av kardemumman, which basically means the sum of the cardamom, is that this bike is a great, awesome beginner bike for someone who's looking for something in the 500cc range. Maybe you never driven a bike before. Maybe you've driven a lower cc bike, 125. Maybe you can get it. If you've driven like 300, go for something more powerful. I would say 600, 650, something over that. This bike is also for someone who commutes very often to school or to work, because it's very easy to cut through traffic with this bike. Another thing that I should mention is also that I haven't had any problems with this bike. It has never broken down, or I haven't had to repair anything yet. Yeah, that's all I can think about right now. If you have any more questions or want to know anything else, write a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Take care and drive safe.